So this is the qualifying session of the IKC Round 2 at Auscarts in Port Melbourne. I qualified third in the 4th division. So of all the karting complexes in Melbourne, this is probably my least favourite, and not because necessarily of the technicality of the track. It's got more to do with the fact that the karts are quite underpowered, and for anyone who's a heavier rider such as myself, it does really limit your speed going around this circuit. Now this driver in front of me, I only caught it on 360 when I was reviewing the footage. Now something really weird that he's done is when he pulled to the side, as soon as I passed, he slowed right down and veered to the right, collecting the driver behind me, just tapping his rear luckily. But a very, very dangerous situation nonetheless. Now, I'm not here to criticise anyone, but I do believe that this footage does serve as a good purpose, and that's just when you are a slow-moving karter, trying to avoid unpredictable and sudden movements like that will definitely help make the whole sport safer. So as you can see, I've just moved my hand to the right side out of frame and just told this guy to go past because we're doing a qualifying session at the moment. The last thing I want to do is hold up other racers from getting their best time. Yeah, that probably would serve me a better purpose, but it is just an absolute dick move. Now take note of this, basically this whole lap's binned, so basically it's just getting myself ready for the next lap. So what we're doing is coming down to the front straight, still on yellow, so obviously not up to top speed, and then coming through to the start finish, green there, but I'm already down on pace, so this is a throwaway lap again. That's why I'm not bothering the guy behind me. I'm trying to give some space. I noticed there was another guy behind me who may have actually got up to speed on the green, so just giving him some room to get around me. I'm trying to set myself up for the next lap. Here we are, we've got the top speed down the back straight and another yellow. So another binned lap. So a little bit frustrating, so now we're just cruising again. The clock is actually counting down as well a fair bit, so hopefully I can get another good lap in so I can try and qualify a bit higher. Okay, good chance here on the green. Now, not sure if, and this is the hardest part about Rental Championships, but he is pulling away substantially. So yeah, I'm not sure if I may have had a bit of a slower card, or if the kid or the driver was a lot underweight compared to what I am. That is the unfortunate thing about being the heavier class of rider in these sort of championships. You are versing people who are quite light. But we look like we're on for a pretty good lap, so it's about time. And we are on another yellow. Obviously doing the left arm hissy fit that is so widely known in the karting community, and a bit of a right as well. Very short-lived, and we're green again for some reason. This was a bit of an issue, both in qualifying and the race, where unfortunately the marshals had yellow flagged the whole course, and it happened. You'll see it happen in one of the other races. Yellow flagged the whole course, and no one has any idea as to why. As you can see as well, there's a bit of a race going on. I am sure that all these guys are probably friends, but yeah, not exactly what I want to be doing in a qualifying heat, because obviously this racing is going to hurt everybody involved and slow the whole pack down to the point where, you know what, I can actually get a bit of a tow, which may have actually worked to my benefit a bit more. Except for that. Now here's where you'll see my weights pay a bit of an advantage. See on this corner here, I can actually hit it in pretty hard and make a bit of ground on these lighter guys in front of me. And then obviously, yeah, we all come to a bit of a halt there because there was a bit of a mistake. Now, yet again, just trying to be courteous to the faster gentleman, you know, on the track by trying to stick to the sides when I know somebody's coming up behind me. Obviously everybody wants to get their fastest time, and I would also be pissed if I was held up by a slower driver. Now, I do need to improve on a bit more discipline on track and focus, whereas obviously clouting the inside barriers on those instances, now it's basic rule that, you know, each barrier that you hit, you're looking at, you know, 1/100th, even 1/10th, depends on how hard you're hitting it. So let's take you through a much better lap of this track. Now obviously this little run here is an actual banked corner, so you can hit it with my weight wide open. On this one here, there's a bit of bumps on the lower part of the track, so I found keeping about the midsection was one of the fastest routes. And then keep it tight on these two. Keep it smooth on the exit of this to try to maximise your back straight speeds. And then come back around to the finish line. Now this right here is the example of the frustrations with a heavier driver on underpowered karts. Well, not underpowered, but low powered karts. As you can see, just as soon as you hit the straight, they just take off. But coming to the corners, he clouted that left wall way too hard, getting a bit feisty, I guess. But as you can see in the corners, really catching up to this person, getting a lunge in on the inside there, got the move done. And that is basically the only way that I was able to pass anybody the whole night. Because as soon as we got back to the straights, and I had a slight overlap, generally on the left hand side of that back straight there, basically they would just pull away. Another small telltale sign of the speed differences. But this guy was really good in the sense that when I did end up catching him later on, mainly through this corner here, making up a lot of ground, even though I did hit the left side barrier, and then this one right here, getting right up the rear of him again. And then we go around to this S-bend and just really hug it close, and he knows that I'm there too, so he's done the admirable thing. Just pulling out to the side and just let me go past, and I just gave him a big thumbs up to say thanks for that, mate. Oh no, just absolutely overdone that corner there. Let the back end skip out a bit and then wiped off so much speed. Now, as you can see, fatigue is starting to set in. Just having the rear end come out a bit there, wiping off a lot of speed. We are drawing near the 10-minute mark. Well, it is a 10-minute mark right now. Yellow's come on, and I believe that is the end of session. So we're just going to coast right around to the back and then just go straight into the pits. Now, I was a bit up and down on this qualifying. I just was sort of struggling to find pace, as well as I did have some gripes with the kart in itself, but you win some, you lose some. That's just the way that it goes in the Hire Kart Championship. Next up is the race. So you'll find it at the end of this video. I will actually have the specific race highlighted and put up in the end screen, so you can link straight into the race.